Exactly, there have been reports in the media, particularly the Indian media, negatively reported this particular incident and alleged that Pakistanis were involved. As you said, that those attackers who attacked that Imam Barga were not originally Pakistanis. Tell us, these four Pakistanis who embraced martyrdom, what was their role?
Just suppose that the three assailants, God forbid, would have been Pakistanis. The Pakistani nation would have disowned them. They would be attempters of violence. They would not be Pakistanis. There was so much negative propaganda on social media, not only by our quote unquote our enemies, but you'll be surprised many Pakistani nationals were perpetrating the same. This digital terrorism. The assailants were not Pakistanis. The victims were Pakistanis, and the shaheeds, I tell you, had they been from the forces, they would have been eligible for a Victoria's Cross or a Nishan-e-Haider. We have a statement circulating that the three assailants were Omanis, but I have told everybody that passports don't matter. Violence does not have national boundaries. So each one of them's tale is a tale of shahadat in the highest pedestal of Husainiyat, if I may say so.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to program Inside in B News English. Just 2 days before, on 9th of Muharram, an terror incident took place in Imam Barga in the outskirts of Muscat, the capital of Oman. In that unfortunate incident, 4 Pakistani citizens embraced martyrdom. What was that exactly incident, and who were the attackers? And what 4 Pakistanis who embraced martyrdom, what role actually they played, whether they came under attack or whether they played their role in protecting the other pilgrims and while protecting the Imam Barga. And what is the status of investigation by Omanis authorities, and what steps are being taken by Pakistan Embassy in Oman to repatriate the dead bodies of Pakistani citizens. It may be recalled that Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Senator Ishaq Dar, also spoke to Pakistani Ambassador in Muscat, Imran Ali Chaudhry, and got briefing from him regarding the incident and all other arrangements being made, particularly to look after those who are injured in that incident. To discuss that particular incident and investigation and steps and how many injured in hospitals and whether Pakistani ambassador has visited hospitals. If visited, he has met the family members of those who embraced martyrdom. To discuss these all, we are fortunate to join by Pakistan's ambassador to Oman, Ambassador Imran Ali Chaudhry. Ambassador Imran Ali Chaudhry, sir, very warm welcome to program Insight. Ambassador Imran Ali Chaudhry, sir, please tell us about this particular incident and who were the attackers. Any identification of the attacker has been established so far by the local authorities who are conducting the investigation?
Yes, I can. Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be on your program. The attackers were not Pakistani. That's what we know. There is also strong possibility that they were Middle Eastern in their nature. That's what we know. Yeah.
So, I mean, where are attackers? Have the attackers disappeared, are being killed? Are they in the custody of law enforcement agencies?
They have been eliminated. They have been neutralized,
eliminated by the Omanis authorities, law enforcement agencies. Yes. Exactly. There have been reports in the media, particularly the Indian media, negatively reported this particular incident and alleged that Pakistanis were involved. As you said, that those attackers who attacked that Imam Barga were not originally Pakistanis. Tell us, these 4 Pakistanis who embraced martyrdom, what was their role?
They actually, Mateen, you and the Pakistani nation would be glad to know that they have written tales of courage and bravery. They saved the life of the rest of the worshippers. There were 700 inside.
700 inside.
Yes, inside the Imam Barga, and when the firing started, the natural urge was to go out, to get out, and had they managed, the worshippers, had they gone out, they would have been setting ducks, and we would have a figure in double figures or triple figures. So they gave their life to keep the worshippers inside. Then there were a few caught in crossfire. They went out to save them. Some went out to give water to another dying Pakistani, and he embraced Shahadat. Some wanted to go out to call law enforcement to help others. So each one of them's tale is a tale of Shahadat in the highest pedestal of Husainiyat, if I may say so. So they were here to worship on the 9th of Muharram, and I think they gave their life in the tradition of Hazrat Imam Hussain.
That's great sacrifice. Please tell us, those who have been martyred in the incident, what step Pakistan embassy is taking to repatriate their dead bodies to Pakistan? Of course, 4 Pakistani citizens, and they must be from different cities of Pakistan. Please update Pakistani viewers on that particular account, that what steps you are taking to repatriate their dead bodies and the documentation process.
Actually, as you very well know, but the viewers might not know, this embassy doesn't work on the basis of antiquated laws and procedures. It works on the basis of humanity. Great. So our mechanisms were already in place. You'll be glad to know that 2 of the bodies are about to reach Pakistan. They left in the morning flight to Lahore. Another body is going to be on the flight to Islamabad in the evening today, and another will go tomorrow. So we, at this time of tragedy, we were not into documentation and other things, and we asked the Omani authorities to do the same. They cooperated. Their cases were taken out of the Royal Oman Police, postmortems done in time, and they're on their way home now.
And they are on their way home. So tell us, Ambassador Imran Ali Saab, about those who got injured in that incident. What is their status? Which hospitals they are? And we heard also that you visited a number of hospitals where injured are admitted and being treated.
Yes, Mateen, you asked another question. One of the shaheeds is from Chakwal, one is from Wazirabad, one is from Gujranwala, and Lahore. So they're from central Punjab and northern Punjab, all the shaheeds. Regarding the injured, 3 are in critical condition. There are 2 children who are in critical condition. Yes, there are 2 children who have bullet injuries, serious bullet injuries. Another gentleman has bullet injuries. Hopefully, we are all praying that their lives are saved. The injured are in 3 government hospitals of Oman. Government hospitals in Oman are better than private hospitals. So they are in Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, Khola Hospital, and National Hospital. And I've visited every injured. I've even visited the critically injured, being a doctor. And we are all praying for their welfare. You'll be so glad to know the spirit of sacrifice of the Pakistani community here. There are volunteers, 20, 30 volunteers who want to donate their blood, and they have made charts according to their blood groups. We are providing financial assistance on the directive of the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, even going beyond that. Law doesn't allow, but using investors' discretion in emergencies, in life-threatening emergencies. We are also trying our best not only to send the bodies from government expense, but also send the family members of the shaheeds on return tickets out of Government of Pakistan's funds. We are talking to doctors. Pakistani doctors are out in the field. So overall, it's a tragedy, but tales of valor, courage, and sacrifice, which are actual Pakistaniyat, have come out greatly. We are really proud of the work that the embassy and the community is doing together. Contrary to other places, you're not going to hear any complaints of the embassy. There are 400,000 Pakistanis, you're only going to hear good things. And that's because of my staff and officials who are trained. We did not have to do anything extra during this emergency. We had WhatsApp loops and other modern things in place. So it's not like blowing our own trumpet, but the bravery of these four shaheeds, the bravery of the injured, the bravery of the Imam Barga committee, Mateen, one of them has a son who has bullets, other has bullets which pass through his body, scrapes. They're still working. They've endured trauma, but our message is that unite and do things beyond the call of duty, so that you can turn a tragedy into something of a great tale of courage, and they're all doing that.
Ambassador Imran Ali Saab, it's a very rare incident, if I am not wrong. Please share with our viewers the history of security, particularly in Muscat, and more precisely at the places of worships belong to Muslims. Oman itself is a Muslim country. So tell us whether in the past there had been any such incident, or it occurred first time.
It occurred for the first time. Never. Oman has never had any incident of sectarian nature. Never
Or
happened.
terrorism even.
Or terrorism. Never. It's one of the most peaceful countries, one of the most secure countries on earth. It is more secure than its neighboring GCC countries. It's very peaceful, very quiet. So the Omani law enforcement and the Oman military and the Oman government was also caught by surprise. And so it has never happened here. It's never ever happened in its history.
Ambassador Imran Ali Saab, please share with us. You are in touch with the Omani's authorities, as you said that Omani military, intelligence, police, they were surprised, they were shocked. Tell us, what is progress as far as investigation is concerned?
I think they've identified the three assailants. I think they have identified they have identified the routes, and they have identified the adjoining building, how they managed to climb the roof and fire from there. They themselves, the undersecretaries today, came to the Pakistan embassy, met with the Imam Barga committee, condoled with us. They are with us in this. So they are progressing. Some details, I think, because of security concerns, it will take 2 or 3 days to come out. We have a statement circulating that the three assailants were Omanis, but I have told everybody that passports don't matter. Violence does not have national boundaries. Just suppose that the three assailants, God forbid, would have been Pakistanis. The Pakistani nation would have disowned them. They would be attempters of violence. They would not be Pakistanis. Similarly, if they are not Pakistanis, as we know they are not, and that's why I declared yesterday, Mateen Saab, there was so much negative propaganda on social media, not only by our quote unquote our enemies, but you'll be surprised many Pakistani nationals were perpetrating the same. This digital terrorism has become so acute, and this desire to blame Pakistani society and state. And this time, everything has been proven to be fake. The assailants were not Pakistanis. The victims are Pakistanis, and the shaheeds, I tell you, had they been from the forces, they would have been eligible for a Victoria's Cross or a Nishan-e-Haider or a Veer Chakra or so many things. Once their history will be written, we'll know how brave these individuals were. I have recommended to the government of Pakistan to give compensation, to the government of Oman to give compensation, because they were usual, they were from the working class, and not only have they embraced Shahadat, a helping hand of the families has gone in each case. So it's time for us, the Pakistani state, to do something unprecedented. I've recommended it to give financial compensation, to recognize their bravery, and similarly have recommended to the Oman government to do the same. Bravery must be recognized, sacrifice, and all four of them in one way or the other were out in the firing range for the sake of others. Nobody had their own family out. They were trying to help. Some of them, in their innocence, were wearing flak jackets of volunteers, which made it easy for the assailants to target them. But just imagine the spirit of help, that they were not clever enough. So they in their bravery, one of them, Mateen Saab, you'll know, one of them was giving water to another dying Pakistani.
Amazing.
And he was shot. So once these come out, these tales, and I'm going to share them with your channel, with you yourself, who has had such a long tenure of the highest standards of journalism for humanity. I'll share them with you once they come out, and you'll be surprised at to what this community did. It's a wonderful community of 400,000 people, well integrated, small in means, they earn less, but they feed families back home, and they are very, very peaceful, very, very peaceful. And I came to know how brave they were.
Ambassador Imran Ali Saab, as you shared so many stories with us, tell us, after this incident, which you also called one of the rare incident of security breach. So after this, the local Omanis authorities, they must be reviewing now the security protocols because such attacks could take place any moment, any particular place. So is security of masajids, the religious places for worship, and particularly Imam Bargahs, where you are in touch with the committees of these all mosques and the places of worship, including Imam Bargahs, is security being now beefed up?
Yes, security is not only being beefed up. On the 10th of Muharram, processions were not allowed, and Imam Bargahs,
due to security,
to save lives. To save lives for any other imminent attack, they were cordoned off, and we have now been told that a higher level of protection in terms of not only normal police but trained policemen who can deal with situations like sniper attacks or others. They will be outside Imam Bargahs and religious places. Security was already there, but I think it was normal security, normal police security, which could not have coped with a terror attack. So therefore, it's being upgraded. A very deep think is going on in the Oman government. This is a government which does not pronounce much. It takes actions. It speaks through its actions. They don't make a lot of statements, but a huge introspection is going on. I know for a fact their security agencies as well as their governments, they are involved in this process, and I'm sure they will think of heightened security. But I still think that heightened security would not impede the normal citizens. So that's the challenge that they have, and we have offered all cooperation. Today, I had a high-level visit from the Foreign Office, and we had offered that 2 days ago, offered the help of our security counter-terrorism forces, which are the best in the world. And they said that they will look into the offer. So Pakistan is there, and we can also do that without any publicity or anything, taking into consideration.
Please repeat, this is an important statement that Pakistan has offered help to the Omanis authorities to investigate this. Is it so?
No, not to investigate this particularly, but in counterterrorism forces, counterterrorism
Mhm.
training, it's already going on. But
It's
we have
already ongoing cooperation.
ongoing, it's an ongoing intelligence cooperation. We have very, very close fraternal ties, but to upgrade it further, to have rapid deployment, to have other things, the safety of the Omani citizens is like the safety of Pakistani citizens.
Pakistani. This
It's
should
the
be the
same.
spirit.
Yes, there are out of the 400,000, 100,000 Pakistanis share blood with Omanis from Balochistan. So
Mhm.
we have the same DNA in many cases. So therefore, Pakistan will do anything that suits our brothers, and we have offered that. We offered that during this incident. We've offered this now, and we'll be very forthcoming on this.
One thing is when this incident occurred, so how you came to know and what was the first response being an ambassador? And as you said, you have been closely connected with the community. So what was your immediate response to help those who were in distress? And we also heard through sources that certain hostages were in direct contact with you calling for the help. It's a rare example that your numbers were with the Pakistani community members. So please share this story with us.
Yes, in my previous tenures too, and in this, I believe an ambassador or an officer is to help others. So my WhatsApp number is very
It's not
common.
restricted. Your number is not restricted.
So it's the same number that you have, being a long friend, and it's the same is available with a Pakistani Mazdoor or a Pakistani woman or a Pakistani child. So I came to know from inside the mosque. I got distress calls that ambassador, we are hearing fires. We are inside. We are praying, and I went to the first hospital I could, where the some of the escapees were going to Badrusama Hospital with a community member, Kamar Riaz, and Zaib's son was one of the volunteers' son was injured, and we went there, and from that to Khola, from that to National. I wish I could have gone to the site of the operation, but I could not because a very a very strong military operation was taking place at that time to relieve. Um, so I came to know through the hostages, and it was a blessing because
Hmm.
before anybody knew, I was there on the street. And Madeen Sahab, we are not armed, but we can give hope through our actions. Through
Exactly.
the
Hope
actions,
at least can be given.
yes, that the flag of Pakistan
Should
is
fly
there
high.
for the common Pakistani in the best traditions. And now I've been told that people have been coming to meet me since the morning with gratitude that because you were there, we also had the courage. So these are small things, but
Hmm.
nobody dies. I think it should be emulated that the ambassador's WhatsApp number should not be confined to his family or to the rich and the powerful in the community, but it should be shared with everybody, travel agents, community leaders, the common Pakistani. It should be on the website. So, in this particular incident, just this factor, leave aside other emergency loops that were there, that the ambassador's WhatsApp number was common with the hostages. It helped us a lot. We could tell the our Omani host that the women and children are in the fear of being attacked. They were at a particular side of the building, so the doors were secured, and so it helped a lot. It helped a lot.
So this is an amazing story that you were in touch with Pakistani community leaders. Tell us, you have served in many countries around the world as a junior diplomat, then as a consul general in Barcelona. What are the gray areas in consular services? If these gray areas are addressed
There are
timely?
there
Yes,
are they are not gray areas. They are black
Mhm.
areas.
There are black areas.
These are all black areas. I'm so sorry. I'm having to be brutally honest. Do you know this countries in the past 2 years and prior to that, passports have been delayed
Yes,
inexorably, And you know what the
National
excuse
identity
was?
cards, consular
The excuse
services,
for
attestation of documents.
the
Exactly.
excuse the excuse for the passports was that there is no ink available in Pakistan. Do you think it would be easy for an ambassador to promote exports when its own citizens do not have their passports made because of non-availability of ink? This is 2 years ago, so it's not any particular government. It's the failure of the civil service that is manning the passport offices. Then when a passport is delayed, the visa is gone. You know that the Pakistani citizen
My
becomes
goodness.
becomes illegal. And once some Pakistanis are becoming illegal, and to save them from prison, I gave manual passports. It was reported against me. They tried to create a scandal against me. So doing good sometimes puts you in trouble. That's why most of the senior civil servants in all shades, they want to keep quiet, go to the next grade, keep quiet, get promotions. Civil servants must not keep quiet. So they're black areas. Then, suddenly they made visas online. Do you know that?
Exactly. This was announced couple of months, rather
Yes.
almost more
And
than 1.5 years ago.
we tout it as an achievement. It has disenfranchised all those Pakistani nationals who have become dual nationals or who have become nationals of other countries, because the visa form is not easy to fill. So where do they go? They go to agents in the street. Your data is
They
now
fill it.
easily available.
They fill it
Yes.
exactly. They
Yes, so
charge money.
they go
Hmm.
to agent. Not only money, your data becomes unsafe.
Hmm.
People know when you're flying, when you're coming back. It's all important data in today's world. Then your national ID cards. One fine day, Nadra announced that national ID cards, their officers will not be there in missions. On
Hmm.
some mighty missions, they are there, but in other missions, they are not there. I today spoke to Chairman Nadra. The new Chairman Nadra, let me say it openly in your program, is one gem of a responsive individual. So
Great.
I will request him. So when you make ID cards online, do you think a Pakistani who's not even a Pakistani worker, who's not even educated till class 5, do you think he can make his online ID card at home? He can't. So you have yourself, with idiotic measures undertaken by the civil service of Pakistan, you have disenfranchised Pakistanis who have lost faith in the state of Pakistan. So you mentioned,
You have to restore that faith.
you
Exactly.
have to restore that. When a Pakistani used to come to a good official here, he
Hmm.
could go to his embassy, he could report his problem.
Hmm.
People who don't have computers, you expect them to make their ID cards online.
Hmm.
I put up a help desk in Barcelona. At that time, it was criticized. Later on, it was criticized that what have I done? Now the help desk is a huge success in Barcelona. I put up a help desk here in Oman. It's
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
strictly in conformity with government so-called lower laws and regulations. But
True.
what about Pakistan's Mazdoor? Do you think he
Labor
should think
class.
that he's beaten there in Pakistan? He should be beaten here in foreign countries also. So these three steps, making things online all at once,
Hmm.
not taking into consideration the education level, the needs, the demands of the community, and following this bandwagon. It's a long tail, but because you today wanted to discuss bravery, courage, um,
Hmm.
that's on part of the community, but they're not gray areas. These are black areas.
Okay, this is indeed, if the concerned authorities are listening to you, we hope that they will be definitely addressing. We are close to the time. One important thing we heard that 40% of the Omanis population is expatriates from different countries. And if from Pakistan, if there are more foreign workers, that mean more foreign remittances to Pakistan. Tell us on that on through legal channel, what are the prospects of exporting more Pakistani labor to the Omanis market, engineers, doctor, experts, civil engineers, teachers, media persons, marketing people. So tell us that thing precisely.
we have the best Pakistani teachers in Oman. There are 7 Pakistani schools that were hostage to criminal elements and mafias. I have
In the past.
in the past. I have now given my own sacrifice. You know, for the past 4 or 5 months, it's been resolved now. I had facial paralysis because the mafia who wanted to take over the schools was attacking me. So the schools are restored. We have the best teachers, the best doctors here. But to further export manpower, and that's not only true for Oman, other countries in the central Punjab belt, that is Wazirabad, Lala Musa, Mandi Bahudin, Gujarat, in this belt on the GT road, you need to have institutes for Arabic language, for Spanish language, for French language. You have to have them there, even if they're Pakistan. This simple step, which would be 0.000001% of your revenue earnings, can lead to a boost in export of manpower all over the world from Pakistan because of the desire in central Punjab to go abroad. So if there was a choice to becoming a doctor or to go abroad, people in Gujarat, Mandi Bahudin and Wazirabad would want to send their child abroad. And Khariyan would want to. So here you have the desire, you just give them the tools. You just train them. The polytechnics should be on this road. What
exactly. That's very true, that tools must be given. Last, just in 2 sentences, Pakistan is in such an economic condition where Pakistan needs investment, and SIFC has been created for that purpose. Oman is a very rich country, resources wise. Tell us in few sentences that have you been in touch with the Omanis business people, trade people, with the Omanis investment authorities, and what is good news for Pakistan?
The SIFC is now known to Omani investors and public and the Omani state. A lot of questions were asked, and we have been able to tell them about its scope, which is broader than is written. It's actually the guarantee for foreign investment and its security. So now I think it's because of SIFC that next month a high-level delegation from Oman, a first ever, is going to Pakistan for investment. It's being
That's
taken.
A big news you are sharing with us.
Yes, Oman Investment Authority. Yes, and we are having the first Pakistani Expo in 40 years of the embassy.
In 40 years.
First ever.
When it is going to take place?
October 14th, 15th, and 16th in Muscat. And you know, it was a huge step, but already people are eager to come. Then the first ever educational expo is taking place on October 5th, 6th, 7th. So
is it regarding education in Pakistan?
It is regarding introducing Pakistani universities to Oman.
Okay.
Collaboration,
students.
Showcasing, and hospitals are coming, Shifa is coming, Aga Khan is coming. You know, Pakistan can do so much for Oman. So it's so surprising that I think the embassy was created in Ziaul Haq Saab's days, the school. So these are the first ever things that are taking place. Please pray for us because this is a very ambitious endeavor. And I'd be very happy if we can do it.
Thank you so much indeed, Pakistani Ambassador to Sultanate of Oman, Ambassador Imran Ali Chaudhry, who spoke exclusively to program Inside in B News English and shared some of the rare and extraordinary information to the viewers. Dear viewers, till our next program, goodbye and Allah Hafiz from Studios.
Thank you very much. Thank you.